Welcome to the Look 2020. We are excited to have you here and to be here with you. Before we begin, I'd like to give you a few details to bring you up to speed. So we pre-recorded the cutting portion last night, and this was for your viewing pleasure to be able to see your contestants a little bit larger rather than have all of us on the screen at once. We also wanted our contestants to be able to watch themselves and see all of the hype going on in the chat box. So please feel free to chat that up, shout out all of our contestants. The contestants each cut on a mannequin, obviously, and they were allowed to pre-cut the mannequin a little bit to represent a model because we know that mannequins come super long. So Stacia, tell us a little bit more.
Yes, thank you, Erin. Well, we have two wonderful judges with us today. We will get to introducing them once we get started. The judging form has 4 categories on it. So the first category, this is what they'll be judged on, is the all-star haircutting system. The second one would be the execution of the cut. The third one is the finished look with the product. And the fourth one is how it meets the 1920s theme, okay? So let's get started. So in our top left corner, we have Jesse from California. We have Christy at the bottom of Canada. We have Jules from Massachusetts. And we have Kelly from Arkansas. So here we go, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start the timer. And cut. All right. Here we go. Get that hair and body moisturizer out. I love that. That's perfect. Cutting aid in. All right, so while they're getting started and parting off their top working areas, let's meet our judges. Eric?
Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be on the look for Sport Clips and being able to be a part of this. It's super exciting. So just a little bit about myself. I am a studio signature artist, and I'm here on behalf of Nioxin. So hopefully all of you know and love Nioxin. And just a little bit about my journey. I've been in education for, a total of 8 years now. So I've done everything from working behind the chair, working in a school, managing all of Southern California and Hawaii. And now I am based in the headquarters in Calabasas, where I work with Sebastian Nioxin. But I'm here today representing Nioxin. So I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, Eric. How about you, Evan?
Hey guys, my name is Evan Wooding. I'm an educator with Sexy Hair. I've been in education for about 4 years now. I've been in the salon culture for about 12, and I just love what I do because we get to change people's lives one haircut at a time. I'm located in LaPorte, Indiana. We're about 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from Lake Michigan, and I'm about an hour and 30 minutes from Chicago. So I just love what I do. I thank Sport Clips for letting me be a judge today, and I'm just excited to see what these ladies do. And let's go. Let's commence.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you guys. We are honored for you to be here with us. We really appreciate you taking the time. And back to you, Erin.
Thank you, Stacia. These ladies are looking wonderful. Evan, I want to tell you a little bit about Jules, the first contestant we'll go over. She is a manager and has been with Sport Clips for 4 years. She loves to travel, and we know in the industry that gives us many opportunities to travel. Can you tell us a little bit about where the industry has taken you, the different places that it's taken you?
So that's one of the many reasons why I wanted to be an educator. I wanted to get out of my small farm town, and I love my small farm town, but I wanted to get to know, I know there's a bigger world out there than where I'm used to. So California is where Sexy Hair is based. So I traveled there, and I get to travel all over our beautiful nation, and it's just an amazing opportunity to go travel, meet new people, meet other stylists that have different techniques. And I'm never the smartest person in the room. I always love to keep learning, and I can learn from everyone and anyone that I'm around. So that's awesome that she loves to travel also.
Thank you, Evan.
And so we were talking about Christy. So she's from Canada, which is awesome. So Christy has been behind the chair for 19 years, right? She owned her own salon. She did that. She wanted to take a break. So she took about a year break, and then she really started to look into the barbering side of things. So my question for you, Eric, is I think hybrid cosmetologists and barbering is so popular right now, just because you can utilize a lot of different things. What have you seen in the industry when it comes to hybrids, and how can that be better for your success?
Yeah, I think that, barbering is hotter than ever right now, right? Like it's amazing how many opportunities there are for barbers, and just for men's grooming. So I think that, opening yourself up to having more tools in your repertoire to, service your clients. I think it's really great and helps add a benefit to you as a stylist, that you're able to offer more services, or you're able to, expand your craft.
That's a great answer. I totally agree with you.
All right, I'm going to go over to Kelly. She is hoping to be on the artistic team someday. So, Evan, what advice would you give to Kelly to get to that point where she could be on stage and presenting in front of other people? And what advice would you give her once she is there?
So how to get noticed. It took me 6.5 years to even get hired with Sexy Hair. Persistence and consistency is the key. It's not a no, it's a not now. So keep your portfolio, and now they're all digital, right? Or that's what we're looking for now, is digital portfolios. It used to be a lookbook back in the day when I was in school. Now it's more digital. So make sure that your stuff is like runway ready or magazine ready, that pictures are great, they're crisp, they're not fuzzy, and make sure that you're doing the best you can be, and they will look at that as a brand. Once she gets to that point and interview process and she gets hired to be on the artistic team, keep showing up, showing out, and never settle for just mediocre. Keep being the best you can be and get that mannequin head out and keep practicing. You're never at the top, in my opinion. You're never at the top. You have to keep going, keep trying to explode the roof, and you'll never stay stagnant. So keep doing the best you can.
I love that. Thank you so much, Evan. That was very inspirational, and I hope that it motivates everyone else to push and to get to where they're looking to go to.
Yes.
Which brings me to Jessie. So Jessie's in the top left. Jessie is the only barber that we have as a contestant right now. And her journey is very interesting. So she was actually a coordinator for Sport Clips before she ever went to school. And so the Sport Clips family really encouraged her to go to barbering school. And that's when she went and she got her license. And then she obviously started working for us. But she's only been behind the chair for 2 years and has already been a look contestant. And I don't know, Eric, you may not understand what, Eric and Evan, you may not know what it is or what it takes to be a look contestant, but it's out of 1,800 stores, and anybody can, and managers and all the stylists can enter. So we definitely go through a lot of different haircuts, and we look through them, and we have judges and all that to even get to this point. So it's pretty amazing that she's here. And I think the point I'm trying to make is taking opportunities and growing yourself and never saying no to opportunities is such an important thing in this industry to get where you want to go. So do you want to speak a little bit about that, Eric, and what opportunities you had to take and to get out of your comfort zone, basically?
Yeah, I mean, I love that. Like, I think that's so awesome that, she took the risk and put herself out there, because, being behind the chair or starting out in the industry, relatively new, it's hard to put yourself out there and open yourself up, to basically have people evaluate you or judge you. So I come from a big, I've always had a really big passion for competition work. So I've entered numerous competitions where I was actually one of the North American color finalists for Trend Vision, which was a Wella color category. So I did that actually pretty early on. I think I was in my 5th year of doing hair when I was a finalist for North America. So that's something that I always recommend to young stylists is put yourself out there. The time is now. Don't wait for the right opportunity. Just put yourself out there. And I think that's amazing that Jess did that. And this is her 2nd time, which is super incredible.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, getting out of your comfort zone and saying yes to things is how you move forward and you grow as a person and as a hairstylist in this industry, or a barber in your case.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So Stacia, I am watching Kelly, and I'm going to say she's pretty ready to be on the artistic team. Look at that posture she has and everything she's showing us before she does it. Her stance is phenomenal. Her hair is also on point, but she's looking really nice. One leg in front of the other, you know, nice, strong posture. So I'm loving what I see with her. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
I
I
agree.
think, like, when you become an artist on stage, it looks a little different, right? Your moves are bigger and your posture is a little different. And I think that maybe her coach, which is an OG artistic team member at Sport Clips, might have had a little influence on where she is and her stance and stuff. I'm sure that she got a little help there, which is great. But the fact that she's practicing it behind the scenes is only going to make her better.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So for you, let's talk about Evan. I'm watching Jules right now. She's definitely putting in that distinct design line. I know this is kind of where she puts most of her work into this haircut. It's really interesting, and you know, she really taps it in lightly. It has a balance to it. She's going to a V in the back, and we'll be able to see that coming up. But I mean, do you have this approach on some haircuts of your own?
So I'll be honest, I just started using that more barbering technique at our last update. We were taught this at Sexy Hair Training in California. Josh Perez was one of the members of part of our artistic team. He was teaching that same technique. So I'm looking to see if she's going to blend that or what she's going to do. I'm really excited to see that and see what she's going to, what her end result will be.
Gotta wait to see.
Yeah, for sure. And I noticed when she was doing that design line and creating that, like you said, Stacia, she's really paying attention to it and wanting it to be perfect before she goes in and potentially blends it. But I noticed a light touch to it. She wasn't really digging in with a trimmer at all. So I feel as though she may be wanting to blend it, because with a lighter touch, we know it would be easier to blend than if we had dug right in and created that bold line.
Right. So we're down to we have about 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. And I want to point out Christy. So something about Christy, and I think this comes along with experienced stylists. I don't ever see Christy stopping and thinking about anything. Like she has a map. She knows where she's going with it. She's moving quickly. You know, Eric, do you see some things like when you see a more advanced stylist, not advanced in like better or anything, but they've been doing it for a lot longer. They kind of have a vision, a clear vision of where they're going when they start.
Yeah, so definitely, like, I mean, doing hair for me now, I you know, sometimes I get into autopilot where, you know, I'm like, okay, I've been here, I've done that before, I know how to execute this. You know, so one of the things that I try to challenge myself with is sometimes even just taking a step back and being like, what am I doing and why am I doing it? And I think that that's always advice that I give of, hey, yeah, like you may be an experienced hairstylist, but what are you doing and why are you doing it? But I definitely think that that's a sign of confidence and knowing what you're doing, that you can do it basically on autopilot.
Right. It just becomes muscle memory, right? Like, because you know, that as soon as you have your vision, then it's just muscle memory and you just go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So Eric, I'm going to stay with you, and let's take a look at Jessica. She was just doing some scissor over comb work, and we watched you do scissor over comb yesterday, I believe it was. These days are flying by. And you told us about the comb that you like, the flexible comb, and you said that you're a scissor boy, and that is what you like to use. Could you give us some tips on scissor over comb and what we should be working on? Because Jessica looks pretty fast, especially for not even being in the industry too long. But what are some tips you can give us?
Yeah, I mean, Jessica's doing an amazing job, and I love watching her like methodical work as she's, you know, even working into clipper over comb now. But, you know, I am a scissor boy. I actually have been embracing my clippers. So I did break out the clippers yesterday, which was super fun. So I have been enjoying doing, you know, like tapers and fades and things like that. So so that's been really great. But I always kind of go back to my roots of scissor over comb. The number one thing that I always make sure that people understand with scissor over comb is that the scissors and the comb have to move at the same time, or else you can be in a world of trouble. And I think sometimes we see people do scissor over comb like super quick, and they try to do it super fast. And I'm like, hey, if you're just starting out, maybe get down the muscle memory, back to the muscle memory of learning how to do that. And then, you know, once you kind of master the technique of it, then you can move quickly through it. Because I think people just see people like whizzing through a scissor over comb, and that might have taken them years to perfect. So I would say that, you know, Jessica looks like she's doing an amazing job. And, you know, I would say just practice, even practice not on hair, and have the comb moving with the scissors, like even just in the air. That's a great way to practice it as well.
Thank you for that. That's such a great tip.
So I think this is so exciting to have a virtual look. Obviously, the crowd is going wild behind me. The chat box is blowing up, and Kelly Cardenas just entered the room. Kelly, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us I mean, obviously I just told everybody your name, but tell us a little bit about your journey with cutting hair. And we have about 5 minutes left of the contest.
Perfect. Well, my journey started exactly like what you guys are doing. I see that someone is possibly in a bedroom or a bathroom. Mine started in a double wide mobile home bathroom, and it started with clippers. So where I fell in love with hair was exactly in the sport clips culture, which is men. And I cut my best friend's hair with a pair of clippers where the guards were broken, and we. As opposed to getting new ones, we duct taped it, like a lot of you can, you know, maybe feel. And some people are like, well, you know, why didn't you get new ones? Because we were ghetto, that's why. So they were duct taped on. My brother handed me the clippers from one side to the other. The number 2 guard was on, but I didn't realize that the number 2 guard had fallen off. And I ran up the side of my buddy's head. And at this time, skin fades weren't cool. And so what we did is we shaved it up to the point, the parietal ridge, now that I know that, but I used to just call it here. So we shaved up to that point, and he's mixed, so he's half black and white. So he had an afro, so it went up to here and then out about 4 inches and then up about 6 inches. So it looked like a big brick of cheese on top of his head. So to see like a Jules working right now and see the precision that she has, to see a Jessica and the amount of love and feeling that she has and what it is that she's doing, my hat's off to you. The way that you guys are competing, and not only competing, guys, but I mean, like all of you already win. Like all of you already win because you may be trying to win this contest or something like that. But I want you to know, in the eyes of your guest, which is the one who really counts, every one of you has won because of the passion that I see in every one of you guys' faces. I'm sorry I can't give some love to my Sport Clips 93 down in my right.
That's Kelly as well.
There, but I just want to tell you guys, Kelly, well, you win then. But I just tell you, you guys are phenomenal. This really gets me back in touch with why I started doing it in the first place.
Thank you, Kelly. I love that. Yeah, this is really just something that's going to probably live on with Sport Clips in the sense of maybe not virtually cutting, but especially like last week when we got to know the contestants on a deeper level, we've kind of missed that aspect of it at the big huddle. You know, they get on there, we say their name and where they're from, and then they cut hair. So being able to have this time with them and really get to know them and their journey, I think helps other contestants or other people that may not try out in the look, give them a little bit more of a real life look at these people and why they chose to be in this contest.
Well, I want to tell you guys all who's in the bottom left-hand corner. So there's Kelly, there's Jules, there's Jessica. Who's in
that is Christy from Canada.
Christy from Canada, you're awesome. If you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me, but you're incredible. And to watch you guys, I mean, you inspire me so much because seriously, I never competed at all because I always felt that I would lose. And I would lose to any one of you guys because you guys are great. So I want to congratulate you guys. You guys are phenomenal at what you're doing. I love watching it.
Thank you. And I know they can hear you, and I am sure they just are starstruck and honored to hear that from you. Eric or Evan, is there anything that you're seeing that you want to shout out that you're seeing that's really great?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll start. I believe Kelly, well, first of all, I love her background with the sport jerseys and things like that. I think that's amazing. And well, hi, Kelly, that just joined us as well. Funny story. I actually used to live right by your salon in Carlsbad, so small world. But
You came to visit is what it is, Eric. Way to go, buddy. Way to be way to be a good neighbor.
yeah. But yeah, so I think her look and how she's executing the style and blow drying, and I love the way that she's showing all of her product and showing her, like, she showed how she like changed out her clipper guard. So I think she has a really great presentation, and so I'm loving that, and I'm also loving Jessica's precision, and you know, she's using a blended techniques of like scissor over comb, clipper over comb. So those are some of the, I mean, men's hair is such an art, and I think all of these women are doing such a phenomenal job. So it's really cool to see.
Hey, Stacia, we're in Canada. We're in Canada. So
Alberta, is that right?
I think so.
I believe that's right.
what is Mrs. Canada's name again?
Edmonton.
What is her name in Edmonton?
Christy.
Christy, you're awesome. What I want all of you guys to do too is to put the biggest, fattest smile on your face like you won the contest already, because you have. And you guys
One.
decision. So.
And our time is up. Their hands are up. These are their final looks. They're going to bring them closer to the camera, give it a spin so everybody can see. And of course, the judges will get the pictures of the front, sides, and back after this so they can judge and with their judging form. Wow, look at those haircuts though, guys. I mean, this is great. For mannequins, I mean, they did such an amazing job. They look like they're in the 20s, but a modern twist to it. I don't know about you guys out there. I know you're cheering on your team, but for everybody else that maybe doesn't have somebody from their team, I think this is amazing for you guys to see and really get your teams out there and be a part of this look contest. It's so much fun. And, you know, they're really, this was, I know for Jules, it was definitely something getting out of her comfort zone. So she had a great time and she was really excited about her end result. So you guys did a great job. For the judges, we're honored that you guys took the time and to be here with us and to watch them cut hair. But is there anything else that you want to kind of like say to maybe the people out there from Sport Clips that haven't ever tried out for a contest or, you know, put themselves out there in that way? Kelly, whoever, yes.
If I can, I want to tell you guys your leadership as far as the judges. Like when you said that she might be starstruck, I'm starstruck by you guys. And to see you guys' artistic team and spend time with your artistic team, I want you to know that there's not one company in a professional community that's doing what you're doing right now. Not one, guys. I'm doing distance learning for people all over the country right now in different, in different industries, in the salon industry, stuff like that. I want you to realize how amazing it is to be doing what you're doing. Like to have a contest like this that's virtual, no one is doing this. You guys may be like, yeah, we do it at Huddle. And we do this stuff. There's not one company in the world that does that, that gives the ability for anyone inside their company to be able to be a superstar. You know what happens is you have to have this hierarchy and you have to do all these things. And you guys are saying, you know, whoever you are, you're important. If you work with Sport Clips, you're just as important as you, on the first day as you are 10 years in. And the fact of you guys as, Eric and Evan, and I know that there's not two Statias in the room, so I'll call you Stacia. But I love this. I'm admirers of you guys. I am an admirer of your company. And when I say that, guys, I want you to realize that what you do is not normal. This call is not normal. These competitions are not normal. The way that you treat each other, the way that you give back to the community, please never, ever, 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 ever take that for granted. because there are companies out there that don't even have like what you have in your pinky in Sport Clips. Most people don't have in their whole entire organization. And you know, what you do with huddles, what you do with coaches huddles, the way that you talk, your culture, your systems, all those things, it's what the rest of us as the industry is aspiring to do. So I want you to know how much of an impact you have, you know, what you guys do and how much of a difference that you guys are making. And the heads of your company, I mean, to be able to see this artistic team that you guys are taking your time and doing these things, guys, you are the leaders. My hat's off to you. I mean, you guys are gangster. That's why I wore this shirt today.
Well, thank you, Kelly. And I don't think, I mean, we know that Sport Clips and the culture in our company is different than everybody else. And I think everybody out there that works for Sport Clips right now knows that. And we want to bring this to you because we're all missing the huddle right now, and it would be going on. We'd be leaving for it on Friday. So it's definitely something to keep our spirits high. And we're doing this together. And we love doing this, and we love our family. So thank you for that, for sure. Evan, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Yes, I'm so inspired by all the judges today. So thanks for having me on. And Sport Clips, you guys knock it out of the park, home run each time. I fell in love with your company when I was able to do some classes for the Illinois region. Shout out to Aggie and her team. And I just love how you guys uplift each other. And as owners and as other people in the organization, we know that salon culture or store cultures are so important, and that vibe and that team atmosphere is so, we're in this together. So I just, you know, kudos to you guys to keep going. You guys could have canceled it and said, we'll just do it next year, but you didn't. You guys figured out how to do, we're all learning Zoom calls. We're all learning these Google chats and everything else. It's fun, and it's also nerve-wracking, but you guys did it. So thank you so much for having an amazing store culture and a team atmosphere. And you guys just knock it out of the park, like I said. And I loved seeing all the passion, as Kelly said and Eric said earlier, all the passion, and the forms were excellent. And it's not just about hair cutting. It's about being safe and having a great stance behind the chair too. And they were doing a great job. Cutting mannequin hair is so crazy hard sometimes for me. It's so different than cutting a live model. So kudos to you guys. You guys are amazing. And I just love being part of you guys. And thanks again to Sport Clips for having me on as a judge, and also Sexy Hair. I love what I do, and you guys just keep having that passion. And for the people that didn't get to be on today, keep doing it. I haven't competed for hair yet, but I compete for singing. Just keep doing it. Keep sending your videos in. It's not a no, it's a not now. Keep doing it, and you'll get noticed.
Love you, Evan. Thank you for that.
Love you
Eric,
too.
any last words before we get off here?
Yeah, the tough act to follow. But yeah, I mean, this has been such an incredible experience, and just to echo what Kelly and Evan said is, you know, I think that it's super commendable that you guys decided to pursue this and keep going with it. And I think that that's super amazing, and it says a lot about your company culture and what your values are. So I'm super honored that I was a part of this and was able to be a part of your look competition. So thank you so much for having me, and for all those people that are thinking about entering. I mean, it took me, I think I entered competitions at least 6 times before I made it to be a finalist. So, you know, each time that you do it, you're going to get better and improve. So it teaches you a lot about yourself, which that's why competition work has such a strong place in my heart.
Thank you. And our audience is thanking you for being here as well, judges. So I appreciate that. Erin?
Yeah, so I will close us off here. Please, please, please join us next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be announcing the winners of the look. Again, we will send the finished looks out to the judges, and we will get those announced next Wednesday. Thank you for joining. Thank you, judges, again. We love you all, and we will see you soon.
And thank you to the look contestants. Great job, Jules, Jesse, Christy, and Kelly. Great job. Thank you, guys. We love Sport Clips.
Woo!